Hi guys, today we are going to implement navigation in our chat application, and the tool we are going to use, or the package we are going to use for navigation, is GoRouter. GoRouter helps you to easily route your applications or your application pages, and it helps in deep linking. Alright, before we proceed, we will have to import two dependencies in our pubspec.yaml file. We need to import the GoRouter and equatable. So let's proceed. We go to our lib folder, create a new folder, we'll call it features. Under the features folder, we'll create another folder called the authentication folder. And under the authentication folder, we create another folder that is the interface of the authentication. Then under our lib folder, we'll create our navigation folder. And then we create two files in it. We create the pages for the pages file, we call it pages.dat, and then we create another file which we'll call router. Our pages file will contain the string of each page that we want to navigate to. So let's create a class and extend it to the equatable package that we just got. Alright, we need to import that. Okay, now in here we create a function, and then we name our navigation directories. We'll create one more page which will be our home page, and that will be our initial directory where we meet first whenever we open up our app. So we do the same for the login and then the sign up. So we call this login, and then we call this sign up. We override it at override. Alright, we now head over to and then we create our routes in here. We say GoRouter, we call it app router, which is equal to GoRouter. Here we create a list of routes. But first of all, let's declare the initial location, which is our home. Okay, now here we create each route for each path. And then we return the page. For now, we've not created the home page, so we'll create that later on. We do the same thing for the login and the sign up. We'll create that too. Alright, let's create the pages first. We create the login .dat file, and we create, it will be a stateful widget. We call it login, and then we create another file which is the sign up. We call it, we create a stateful widget and call it sign up. Okay. On the root of our lib folder, we create a file and call it home. That will be our home page. To be a stateful widget. Okay, so we head back to our route, and then we import this, import the login, and then we get the sign up, call it sign up. Alright, one more thing to do is to set up our main.dart to accept using GoRouter. So to do that, we will bring in the GoRouter into our main.dart file. So we say final GoRouter is equal to our app router. Alright, we remove the cons, and here we won't use the scaffold again. We now use material app dot router, and in that router we put the router config, and we say widgets dot router. So we are still using a stateless widget, that's why the widget can't be found. Alright, let's convert it to a stateful widget, and we are good to go. So now we see we have some error in our test file, which means we need to pass a parameter router in here, which is equal to router. We declare our router up here. We say final GoRouter. Alright, so to test this out, we go to our home page, and then we bring in a scaffold here, and we pass the body parameter, and with a center widget. In the center we have a column, a child of column, and then two children. One will be text, call it home page, and the other will be an elevated button. Now we will not be performing any action in the elevated button. Call it text login. We want it to go to the login page once you click it. Alright, so when we refresh and see what we've done, so we have our home page and our login here. So we do this, we say main axis alignment dot center. We refresh and it is there. So when you click, nothing happens. So in our login page, let us place something in there so that we can identify the login and then the sign up too. So what do we need? Let's copy what we have here, this scaffold. So we put it in there and then do the same thing on our login. We call this login page. Then what do we want to do? We want it to lead us to sign up. Then in our sign up, we just want to go back. Alright, now let us test out our GoRouter and see what we've done, if it actually works. So here we say context dot push, and then what's the location we want it to be? We want it to go to the login. We go to our login tool and then pass what we want to happen in the onPressed function. So what do we want? We say context dot push, which location? Pages dot sign up. Then in our sign up page, just say contest dot pop. This will just take it back to the previous page or the previous route where it was pushed from. Alright, let's refresh and test this out. Now let's click our login. We are now in the login page. Let's click the sign up. We are in the home page. Sorry, I didn't rename that. This is the sign up page. So let's refresh. We are now in the sign up page. When we click go back, we are in the login page. So this is how to implement navigation in your application, and this is what we use in our chat application, and it will help us to move from one page to another and make our work easier and help out in deep linking. Don't fail to subscribe, like and share this video if you found it helpful. Thank you very much, and don't hesitate to watch the next video.